Hello friends, we are going to see splines. Definition of splines. A spline is a flexible strip which is used to produce a smooth curve through a designated set of points. Several small weights are distributed along the length of the strip to hold it in position on the drafting table as the curve is drawn. We can mathematically describe such a curve with a piecewise cubic polynomial function whose first and second derivatives are continuous across the various curve sections. A spline surface can be described with two sets of orthogonal spline curves. There are several different kinds of spline specifications that are used in graphics applications. Each individual specification simply refers to a particular type of polynomial with certain specific boundary conditions. Applications of splines. Splines are used in graphics applications to design curve and surface shapes. It is used to digitize drawing for computer storage. It is also used to specify animation paths for the object or the camera in a scene. It is also used in the CAD applications for splines, that is for the design of automobile bodies, aircraft, spacecraft surfaces, and ship hulls. Different kinds of splines, interpolation and approximation splines. Spline curve is specified by giving a set of coordinate positions called control points. These control points indicate the general shape of the curve. Control points are then fitted with piecewise continuous parametric polynomial functions in one of two ways. That is, one is interpolation and second is approximation. When polynomial sections are fitted so that the curve passes through each control point, then the resulting curve is said as interpolate the set of control points. While when the polynomial are fitted to the general control point path without necessarily passing through any control point, the resulting curve is said to approximate the set of control points. Interpolation curves are commonly used to digitize drawings or to specify animation paths, while approximation curves are primarily used as design tools to structure object surfaces. Now here is the example of interpolate the set of control points and approximate the set of control points. In case of interpolate, it will pass through each and every control point, while it is not necessary to pass through each and every control point in case of approximation. Convex hull. The convex polygon boundary that encloses a set of control points is called the convex hull. Convex hulls provides a measure for the deviation of a curve or surface from the region bounding the control points. Next, control graphs. A polyline connecting the sequence of control points for an approximation spline is usually displayed to remind a designer of the control point ordering. This set of connected line segments is often referred to as the control graph of the curve. Other names for the series of straight line sections connecting the control points in the order specified are control polygon and characteristic polygon. Parametric continuity conditions. To ensure a smooth transition from one section of a piecewise parametric curve to the next parametric curve, we can impose various continuity conditions at the connection points. If each section of a spline is described with a set of parametric coordinate functions of the form x equal to x of u, y equal to y of u, z equal to z of u, where value of u it is in between u1 and u2, then we set parametric continuity by matching the parametric derivatives of adjoining curve sections at their common boundary. Zero order parametric continuity. Now the zero order parametric continuity, it is described as C of 0. Means the values of x, y and z which are evaluated at u2 for the first curve section are equal to the values of x, y and z evaluated at u1 for the next curve section. First order parametric continuity, it is referred to as C1 continuity. It means that the first parametric derivatives, that is the tangent lines of the coordinate functions for two successive curve sections, are equal at their joining point. Second order parametric continuity. Now the second order parametric continuity, it is referred as C2 continuity, means that both the first and second parametric derivatives of the two curve sections are the same at the intersection. Second type of continuity condition is the geometric continuity condition. This is the alternate method for joining two successive curve sections to specify conditions for geometric continuity. Now in this case, we only require parametric derivatives of the two sections and which are to be proportional to each other at their common boundary instead of equal to each other. Again, geometric continuity conditions consist of three different order, that is zero order, first order and second order. In case of zero order, the two curve sections must have the same coordinate position at the boundary point. In first order geometric continuity, the parametric first derivatives are proportional at the intersection of two successive sections. While in second order geometric continuity, the first and second parametric derivatives of the two curve sections are proportional at their boundary. Now here is the parametric versus geometric continuity. Now both the continuity differs in curve shape. With geometric continuity, the curve is pulled towards the section with the greater tangent vector. Next, spline specifications. There are three equivalent methods for specifying a particular spline representation. First, we can state the set of boundary conditions that are imposed on the spline, or we can state the matrix that characterize the spline, or we can state the set of blending function. Blending function is also called as basis function, that will determine how specified geometric constraints on the curve are combined to calculate positions along the curve path. Next, cubic spline interpolation methods. This class of spline is most often used to set up paths for object motions, or it is also used to provide a representation for an existing object or drawing. But the interpolation splines are also used sometimes to design object shapes. Cubic polynomials offer a reasonable compromise between flexibility and speed of computation. Now, as compared to higher order polynomials, cubic splines require less calculations, less memory, and they are also more stable. Compared to lower order polynomials, cubic splines are more flexible for modeling arbitrary curve shapes. Given a set of control points, cubic interpolation splines are obtained by fitting the input points with a piecewise cubic polynomial curve that passes through every control point. Now there are following cubic spline interpolation methods: natural cubic, Hermite cubic, cardinal cubic, Kochnek-Bartels cubic. Now first one, natural cubic spline. One of the first spline curves to be developed for graphics application is the natural cubic spline. This interpolation curve is a mathematical representation of the original drafting spline. In this, we can formulate a natural cubic spline by requiring that two adjacent curve sections have the same first and second parametric derivatives at their common boundary. Thus, the natural cubic splines have C2 continuity. Next, Hermite cubic spline. Hermite spline, it is the name after the French mathematician Charles Hermite, and it is the interpolating piecewise cubic polynomial with a specified tangent at each control point. Unlike the natural cubic splines, Hermite splines can be adjusted locally because each curve section is only dependent on its endpoint constraint. Next is cardinal cubic splines. As with Hermite splines, cardinal splines are interpolating piecewise cubic with specified endpoint tangent at the boundary of each curve section. The difference is that we don't have to give the values for the endpoint tangent. For a cardinal spline, the value for the slope at a control point is calculated from the coordinates of the two adjacent control points. Next one, Kochnek-Bartels cubic spline. These cubic polynomials are extensions of the cardinal splines. Two additional parameters are introduced into this, that is the constraint equation defining Kochnek-Bartels splines to provide for further flexibility in adjusting the shape of the curve sections. Thank you.